Apparently, they don't know that they have to get their announcements done yet, Frank. The announcer's like, you guys just go back to your corner for 2 seconds? Just 1 second.
第7試合を行います。青コーナー188センチ 92.4 キロ。カール・アルブレクソン。赤コーナー193センチ 92.95 キロ。プロハスカー。レフェリー和田亮。
この試合は第1 MMA ルールで行われます。なお、両者の応援により一時による東部への攻撃が認められています。
He's like, hey, let's go.
Whatever.
We're here to fight. I don't want to hear anymore. Let's go.
It's like he's listening to his grandpa. Shut up, Dad. I'm going to get ready to fight. Shut up.
Here we go. This is one of the fights I've been looking forward the most.
Jiri has a loss to Muhammad Lawal. Here in Rising got knocked out a while ago. But Jiri's had an incredible run going on right now, and literally one of the next guys that could be a superstar here in Japan if he wins this fight tonight. Karl, on the other hand, just because no one really knows him that much, because he only has 7 fights, it's very difficult to say what he can do with him. You go push him.
Both these guys are super slick fighters, fantastic. Look for Jiri's jumping knees. Look for Albrektsson to try and close the distance, get this one down to the ground, and use his ground game. Not gonna lie to you, ladies and gentlemen, I am surprised, even though it's not even a minute into the first round, that there hasn't been some explosiveness here. These two guys, very intense, really understand they want to get rid of the other guy from anyone's radar at Rising.
Wow, nice movement by Karl, but you're doing a good job of getting out of the way and a really good head motion. Even though his hands, you look how Jiri's hands are always kind of down, but he's still very difficult to hit. There it is.
This is exactly what Albrektsson wanted. He wanted to get this fight down to the ground. And he's got plenty of time here to suck the wind out of Prochazka. Slowly but surely, methodically move up the guard, move past the half guard, try and get into side controller into mount.
Karl does not have a very tight game on top. It's a very strong game, though. He's got a lot of leverage, a lot of flexibility with his top game, but he's not like a smothering top guy that's going to suck a lot of energy out from you. But what he does do very well, he's very sneaky with his punches. He'll all of a sudden rotate his shoulder over, and he's catching the top of the head, or he's throwing an elbow in. So you can't ever rest. Even though you're not being crushed and being smothered, you can't rest down here because he's going to hit you with something that's going to either cut you or do a lot of damage. Jiri's got to get his legs involved if he wants to get out of this. Right now his feet are in the air. He doesn't have anything planted. Oh, Karl's got his hand caught.
Trapped, yeah.
Wow.
Who was it way back? I think it was Tank Abbott against Hugo Duarte. He had the hand trapped and just fed him the punches.
Or Vladimir Medashenko every time we would go together and practice.
Yes,
especially. Like, you just let go. This is just
janitor.
dumb.
The janitor, yes, sir.
What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? Just take this. What you going? Shut up! I can't get out.
Again here, Albrektsson in full control. Slowly but surely trying to make Jiri eat some punches. You're doing a somewhat okay job of defending here. Needs to be a little bit more careful.
It's a lot of time for Karl to be on top of you. We got down to his 8.5 minutes left in the round.
Nice attempt there by Prochazka, trying to explode out of there.
But see how he's exploding where his feet are up in the air, Joe? He's got no pressure. He's using everything of his upper torso. He's got to put his feet on the ground and use his hips, get his hips involved. Right now, he's expending a lot of energy, which is helping Karl out because it's making him more exhausted without having to really worry about him getting out of there.
Just about 4 minutes gone in the opening round here. Scheduled for 2. First round 10 minutes. Second round 5 minutes. Karl Albrektsson on top of Jiri Prochazka. As Frank said, Jiri's positioning is incorrect here, but he tried to buck to the right side, which is the smart thing to do. But yeah, I believe, Frank, you need to buck and hip escape if the buck fails. You're ready to do both.
And what we're seeing is a lot of one-time, him hit this one-time explosive position. Let's see what happens, as opposed to hitting, and it took me a very long time to learn this, is that you can't do one position. You have to do a series of super small ones until you can get a position change where that one big one is going to get you completely out. Jiri's stepping all the way up to the final and not getting away.
There you go, a little old school here. Elbow dragged across the face.
Obviously, we didn't say before the fight or during the intros, elbows are allowed. Both fighters have agreed to elbows in this one. And to be honest, we've had a lot of fighters tonight agreed for elbows, and we really haven't seen that much damage done with elbows at all. Obviously, under Japanese MMA rules, the head stops and second kicks, we haven't seen very many.
Tonight, you're right.
We saw the one knee for the finish earlier, but it was already done before the knee even came into factor. And the knee didn't really land that well. I mean, obviously, Asakura knew it was already done and didn't throw full force into it. So
there we go. Prochazka gets out. A good job defending himself down there. 4.5 minutes to go in the opening round here. He was able to survive. What Albrektsson wanted to do in this fight was to get it down to the ground and punish Jiri. Didn't do much punishing, in my opinion, Frank. And now it's really time for Prochazka to really pick up the pace here, try and get this finish to stand up, which is where he wants it. Bobbing and weaving is Prochazka, as is Albrektsson, trying to ensure that this is not a target you're going to hit. It's a moving target. Respect those Prochazka. I went to throw a kick or a knee and kind of hit the groin.
And Karl shook it off. A little high in that body lock.
It's a mistake for Prochazka when he does strike in that manner to get too close to Albrektsson, because Albrektsson wants the double underhooks, wants to clinch.
Prochazka is such a long fighter. He's so tall. He needs to use his length a lot more. He's really not using his length. He's really trying to step inside because he is explosive. He is strong. But he needs to use a lot more of his length in this position, because if you let Karl on the inside, he's going to take you down again.
Oh, wow. Lazy. I like those lazy kicks. You don't know where they're coming from. The timing is generally off, and boom, shin across the head. But here's Albrektsson saying, you're not doing that again. We're going to the ground.
I thought Jiri was going to be able to turn the corner on him as he got him thrown and put him on his back. Instead, he gets caught down. Oh, did he? Oh, look, Karl's bleeding.
Yeah.
So he got hit with something. I didn't see what caused that. I don't know if it's a cut or if his nose is just leaking. Or his head's leaking.
The referee's taking a look at it. He pointed to his mouth. No, that's coming out of the nose, Frank.
Okay.
That's the nose. I wonder if it was that kick, the way he landed.
So I saw the referee tap his forehead as he was talking, and so I assumed it was his head was bleeding, but it's a headbutt. So it was probably says interdimensional clash the way when they jumped into each other.
Okay.
He caught him on the nose. I'm guessing, Joe. I don't know for sure yet. We have to wait till the round's over before to get it all sorted out.
Just over 2 minutes to go in this opening round. Albrektsson has him where he wanted now, and I'm sure there's a sense of urgency, realizing that is my blood that is falling on top of my opponent, and I'm on top of my opponent. I got to bloody him up now.
You never know how bad you're actually bleeding when you're in it. All you see is blood everywhere, and you realize it's your own. Now you're like, okay, if this goes to the doctors, this might stop. I might lose this fight. I've got to keep moving. I've got to keep trying to get this fight in a position where I can win. And unfortunately for Karl right now, he's in a spot where he could win this fight, But Jiri's so good from the bottom that he is stopping him from being able to do any kind of real solid damage from him.
We just saw the look from the referee's angle. The referees here at Rizin do wear cameras. He's still trying the ground and pound here. Albrektsson still working away here. Just over a minute to go here in the opening round. As you saw there, Frank, Jiri just kind of opened his hands going like, are we going to still be here for a while? Or because you're not doing anything.
Yeah, well, the thing is that on the bottom, he's not taking any damage. So it feels like there's really nothing going on. There's nothing happening. But as we can see, and as you guys can see at home, that there is a lot of action going on. Karl keeps battling to keep on top. He keeps moving. Every time Jiri tries to get out of half guard, he puts him back
There's
into
some
half guard.
hammer fists. There we go. There's some shots being landed there. Now we got the elbows that Frank Schrager was mentioning. Why he stopped, I don't know, for the position, but he could have kept going, Frank.
Absolutely. I mean, good job by Jiri to keep getting out of there.
Fantastic job by Prochazka. And now there was the jumping knee attempt there that was mentioned. Nice left hook landed by Albrektsson now. 20 seconds ago, he drops him. Prochazka drops him. Uppercut. 15 seconds to go in the opening round. Picking up the pace is Prochazka. Bobbing and weaving his head is Albrektsson. Taking the shots, hair flying everywhere.
It's over.
The referee says that is enough. Right before the final bell, Prochazka, after surviving the ground and pound on the ground, emerges victorious to defeat Karl Albrektsson with seconds to go in the opening round.
That's incredible. He was completely getting schooled on the bottom, was in a very bad position, never allowed any kind of damage to come down there. And when the damage did come, he took advantage of it, because when someone sits up, he's been holding you for all this time, he sits up, gives you damage, he's now let you go. And usually what happens is everyone starts to panic, and they get punched and they get elbowed, and then you jump back down and hold him again. The moment he was able to shift the position, once he got a little bit of damage done to him from the top side, he moved himself out of it, got on top, took full advantage to be able to finish the fight.
Very puzzled am I, to be honest with you, with Albrektsson, the way he was finally able to land those hammer fists, punches, and then stopped. Prochazka got up and then said, that's it. I'm going to finish you off here. And this was seconds to go at the end of the round.
Wow, great job by Jiri. And he can be a superstar. He can be one of the guys that Rizin pushes and becomes one of their main guys. He's got the look, he's got the attitude, and when he fights like this, where he's getting beat, he is getting beat. He was losing the fight to this point to come back in and get a stoppage.
Thank all of you guys. Thanks for support. It was hard, like I thinking this fight, but yeah, must be hard. Thanks for everything. Good ground from Karl, but winner am I. Thanks, and say hello to Prokop. Thanks for everything, Rizin.
とにかく皆さんに感謝したいと思います。対戦相手にも感謝します。なかなかですね、寝技でだいぶ攻め入れられたと思うんですが、最後に自分が勝ちました。見てくれてありがとうございました。
皆様見事な勝利をされましたプロハスカ選手に今一度盛大な拍手をお願いいたします。